All right, welcome everybody to another episode per se. Welcome to the channel. For those new to the channel, here at Resolution Design, we're trying to create a good experience for you guys so that you guys could build your own website. So this is what we're going to be covering. We're going to cover in this lengthy video. This is something that you guys might want to save it if you're trying to build your own website. But let me tell you why am I doing this? Okay. So here are the reasons, okay? Top three reasons as to why we're doing what we're doing on this video today, how to make your website work, okay? So this video is dedicated for those who are in a very low budget. Basically, if you have less than $1,500 to spend in order to hire a professional web developer, you're trying to do this yourself maybe because you're like, well, I don't have that much money, and I want to start my business so that I could start with, some passive income, et cetera, right? Of course, if you do have a great idea and you do have a good set of products, then I recommend, save up some money and get your job done, professionally. But if you don't, then this video is going to be for you. So the first reason, you're in a very low budget, right? The second reason is because you want to avoid purchasing any scam guides for any type of money value, rather if it's 20 bucks, 500 bucks. I know you guys seen it out there. There's these people that they claim they know the secret to this and they want you to purchase their guide on how to do things, or they want you to buy their book. So what I'm trying to tell you is if you're on a low budget, I think that the value of this video is going to be very worthwhile to you. So if you really appreciate it, the only thing I ask is that you subscribe and you leave your comments, you tell me what you think, and follow this video slowly, right? You might want to watch it maybe a few times, but take notes while you're taking this down and don't buy those scam guides. And then the final reason why I'm doing this is because I noticed that on YouTube, there's tons of people out there, they're ranking very high on YouTube because they're claiming that they make tons of money with the secret selling tips. Like, really? And then you look at the thumbnail, right? And you see like it's a regular Joe Schmo, or like a kid that's like 10 years old or something, like with the basic of the basics. And they're just telling you, look how I made all this money in Shopify. No, this is coming from one of the top agencies here at Shopify. We have made tons and tons of stores for Fortune 500 companies, and this basic. The reason I'm doing this is for those people who cannot afford to hire us. They're like, you know what? I only have like X amount of dollars, and I want my website done. And on these phone calls, I tell them, hey, listen, look, I'm not even going to take your money. I'm not going to take your money because I cannot build you something super professional with that amount of money. It's just not possible, right? So this video is meant so that you could try to do it yourself. That's the point of this video. Okay, guys? All right, let's transition over to like the real deal here. Let's start all the way in the beginning. So the first thing is on the link in the bio, you're going to notice the 14-day trial, right? You click on that. And yes, I'll be very honest with you. I get like a little, couple of bucks for that, and that's why I'm not charging you for this in a scam video or like in one of those books where no, this is free and this is how I get paid for it, right? All you have to do is click on the link below, sign up for your 14-day trial, sign up using your email address, and that's how you get started, okay? So that is what I recommend you to start in the beginning. But I would say even before this, one of the first strategies that I'm going to go over with you is figure out exactly what is it that you want to sell, right? So if you want to sell like merchandise, like accessories or whatever, you got to figure that out first. Go to AliExpress and figure out what is it that you want to sell. What personality do you think works best for you? So that's the first question. And in this example, we are going to create a store that sells hypothetically iPhone cases. I'm not telling you that's what you need to buy, but I'm just giving you as an example, okay? All right, so we're gonna start off with signing up, okay? So sign up, I'm just gonna add any basic email. Let me see if I just enter your email address here, and that's how you pretty much get the ball rolling. So let's see, I'm just gonna put at gmail.com. Okay, I think I already used this, but I'm going to try it anyways. start a free trial, and then it'll tell you, go ahead and create your password or whatnot, right? So let's see if I could just kind of like, and the storefront name. So I created a password. What are you going to call it? So for this one, I'm just going to call it cases, cases for days, right? .com. Oh, someone already used it. So you see why it's important for you to strategize. So the name has to be very well thought out. What you want to name your store, right? For days. Someone already got that. Cases infinity. We don't want to spend too much time on this. Infinity. Okay, we'll start off with that. Let's go ahead and create the store. Let's just leave that at that. Okay, and one of the next things, this is just showing you the interface as to what happens when you actually do sign up. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What are you selling? I'm selling just not online, or I'm just playing around. You're trying to figure things out. So let's just choose that one first and say, well, I'm learning. I need a few time. What do you want to sell? Online only for now, because we're starting up. And I'm just getting started. That's it. Okay, so let's go ahead and press next. And right here, you're just going to enter in some basic information. Of course, I'm going to skip this part, right? I'll be right back. Okay, so once you pass that, you're going to see that this is where we're at, right? And let me see if I could try to, again, zoom in. I don't know how much it will let me zoom in because I don't want you guys like squinting. I know that in some videos they're like, hey, we can't see the screen, right? Okay, let's talk about this home screen real quick. Let's do a very basic tour if you guys haven't figured this out. And a lot of this stuff is just pretty obvious. So on the left-hand corner over here, we have our main menu. This is how we're going to navigate. And on the left, this is just some cards. Nothing important really. Over here, you have orders. This is where all your orders are going to come in. Products, you're going to visit this page a lot. So products, this is where we're going to keep all of the stuff. And at certain points of the video, we're going to go over this very briefly, but good enough for you so that you know exactly what you're doing. Customers, every time somebody actually purchases from you, you're going to see a little customer database going on here. Analytics, marketing, all of that stuff is basic. We'll cover discounts in a few. And then finally, the good old online store, right? Online store, we could see that you start off with the basics. Okay, so where do we go from here? The first thing, extremely important, is that you need to buy a domain. And I noticed that a lot of clients, they either, because it's easy, they go to domains and they try to buy it from Shopify. I really don't recommend you to do that, right? What I really recommend you to do is instead go to somewhere like GoDaddy.com or go to like Names for Cheap or something, cheap, whatever. There's tons of places that sell domains, right? And I just honestly think it's better off that way. But I want to say 98 of my clients, what they do is that they go to GoDaddy. They go to GoDaddy to find their domain, and I'm going to teach you on how to buy one. Okay. So since this website that I'm trying to teach you here, we called it Cases Infinity, right? So what you want to do first, and this has to be done right away, casesinfinity.com. You do not want to leave this for last, because if you leave this for last, what's going to happen is that someone else probably took this name and now you cannot use this, and you have to rebuild your website from scratch again. You have to redo your logo. You have to redo a whole bunch of stuff. You don't want to do that. You want to do this from the very beginning, and maybe even before you do your Shopify account is what I recommend, right? So what we're doing here is we're going to search to see if this is even available, okay? And voila, it is. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and says, okay, $11.99 for the first year, and then afterwards they charge $17 or whatever. I'm going to show you how you buy this, because sometimes this could get tricky and you might buy things that you don't need. I'm already, as you can see right here, signed in. So if you don't have a GoDaddy account, the first step for you to do is just create one. It's free. Then search for a domain. You see something like this? Grab it if you like it, okay? Let's go ahead and add this to the cart. And let's go ahead and continue, because that's it. We don't want to play around with all this other stuff. No. Casesinfinity.com, great. Let's continue to the cart. And this is where it gets tricky. And I don't blame GoDaddy. They want to hustle you, they want to get all this stuff. Listen, just follow this this tip. Basic privacy protection, that's all you need, right? But if you're that type of person where you're like, hmm, I have a lot of friends that they like to research me and they like to do all this type of stuff. I don't want people to know that it's me who bought this domain. Then get yourself the full privacy protection. It adds an extra $10 for the year, right? But my personal opinion, not a lot of people do those types of researches, so I don't think you have to worry about that. The basic privacy protection is okay. All right. So we don't need this. Let's uncheck that. They're just trying to get you to sign up for a website. And it says create an email address that matches your domain, such as Edwin at da, 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 da. No thanks. We have another route we want to go with that. They just get very complicated. So let's go ahead and continue to the cart to see what else um, has to be done. All right. So from here, we already have, because we already paid for certain things or whatever, and they're trying to add certain stuff there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say right here, we're going to change it to 1 year. Okay. We're going to change it to 1 year. And let's see here. What do we have next? Taxes, promo codes, 33% off. No problem. And then let's see. And then that's it. Complete purchase. All right. You complete your purchase. And in this example, let's go ahead and do that. You're going to complete the purchase. And that's it. We've already bought it. And it's for 1 year. Okay. Because you saw that they wanted to get you for 5 years. Okay. And you're like, no, 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 I'm good. 1 year only. That's all you need. And just make sure that you enable the auto purchase so that once it's done, it charges you another $12 or whatever for the following year. Don't fall into the 5 year thing. Okay. That's all you have to do. Once we're done there, right away, we could say, well, let's connect our existing domain. And I think we might have a problem with it, but I don't know. Let's just go ahead and check. So let's go casesinfinity.com. We want to go ahead and put that in there. Okay. Huh. It's weird. It didn't want to do that. Let's try that again because maybe I did a typo. Okay. All right. So from here, it's saying, okay, so you want to connect an existing domain. Yes, that's what I want to do. Okay. And they already detected this is a GoDaddy domain. Sure you want to do this? Yes, I do. Connect automatically. Did you notice that I never actually signed off of GoDaddy? That's why I still have that there. So what you need to do now is connect automatically. Keep this tab open, but connect automatically. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This little thing is gonna come out. It's gonna say processing, and then you're gonna go ahead and say yes, connect, right? And close. That's it. And once it does that, it does this little verification check, trying to connect to your GoDaddy, right? Otherwise, other than this step, they would have had you go through all these records and it gets crazy, right? So, okay, so there you have it. We have it here and we have the www over here, but the domain name is still showing up. It's still showing up as the .myshopify.com, and you might not want that. So what we're going to do here in this settings is let's go ahead and change that primary domain to the one that we purchased and press save, because that's what we want the customers to see, right? Okay. So we have that going there. Now it's doing its thing. The SSL is the security certificate, which is this little badge right here up in the top, just saying that your website is protected. Okay. It's pending. It takes probably less than 24 to 48 hours in order for this to process. But rest assured, you don't have to do anything else. It's just going to do it automatically. Let's go over here to the left where it says preferences and continue going with the setup. And what we're going to do is that we're going to disable the password for now. Oh, look at that. They won't allow me to because I need to pick a plan. Okay. So this is the part about the trial that I personally don't like. Like there's limitations on the things that they allow you to do in order to test things to make sure that it's working. But no worries, because we're going to clear all of that stuff up today. What I want to do instead is that I want to go to, let's say, Safari, and I want to test out to make sure that this is working. So go to casesinfinity.com. And there it is. I have my coming soon page, which means that I'm still building it. But the point is that my domain is not working. So what is the first step that we just accomplished? Well, so far we've created our Shopify account. It's on the trial. And we also purchased a domain from GoDaddy, and we plugged the domain, we tested it out, and it's working. So this is a very important milestone. If you reach that, congrats. Let's continue, okay? All right, so we're done there. We're going to come back to this in a few. All right. So we have our name for the business, we have our domain. Now, what we need is a logo, right? So let me go ahead and close this out right here. Okay. What we need is a logo, because a logo is the face of the business. A logo is what's going to tell you how the personality of the business is going to look like. It's going to tell you what type of fonts you should use for your business. You should not just go with basic text, because as a shopper, if you visit a website that just has a basic text as a logo, you know how's that going to make you feel? You're going to be like, wow, this guy didn't invest not even 5 minutes to make up a logo or something. You don't want to go down that route. So let's go ahead and create a logo on the cheap, on the low discount Chinatown. You already know. So let's go over here where it says Shopify logo creator. Not a lot of people talk about this. All right, logo creator. I'll leave this in the description, this link, hatchful.shopify.com. You're like, well, look, I'm on a cheap budget. I already spent $12. Whoa, that's crazy money. I don't want to spend, to hire a graphic designer to go all out on my logo. This is what you're going to do. Let's get started. Okay, something, basic. We're going to go ahead and click on tech, and we're going to press next. And then from here, what's your visual style? Okay, so I said Cases Infinity, right? So with Cases Infinity, I want to be innovative. I want to be like, I want to look cool, whatever. And we're going to go ahead and press next. It's called Cases for Days. Slogan, do not put a slogan. Slogans are so 90s. You don't want to do that. Cases for Days, that's it. Let's keep rocking. All right. And where is this going to be used? It's going to be used on an online store website. Okay. Let's continue on. And here are some ideas. All right. They're not like the dopest logos, right? They're not like the coolest logos, but you just need a concept, right? Because remember, we're on a low budget here. And so because we're on a low budget, we just want something just super quick or whatever. So I'm just going to choose a random one. I'm going to just go with this guy right here. Okay. Cases for Days. All right. Let's go ahead and continue. And it's going to give us a logo package, which includes a lot of this stuff. And what does this tell you? What this tells you is that whenever you are ready to kick it up a notch and you want to really invest in your business, one of the reasons why Resolutions Design charges an X amount of dollars on the budget, perhaps that's not comfortable with, is because we include all of this stuff, right? But we make a more professional looking logo, something that stands out even more than this, right? And we're saying, look, we're providing everything for you. We're not just doing something and just giving you a picture. No. Let's go ahead and download that logo. We're going to create an account, I guess, because they want an account from us. So let's go ahead and put our information in there. And let's just make up password, sign up. Okay. All done. Your logo package and design have been sent to the email. Let's go see if that's true. Pausing this, coming right back. Okay, so now we're here and we got the email, right? And we're going to say, hey, yeah, let me get that logo though. Download, Hatchful, all zip. All right. And once we have downloaded that, let's check out the zip file. Let's look at this stuff and boom, look at all that good stuff, right? For free. If you like that, by the way, I would appreciate, it would be nice, you know what I mean? If you kind of like go there, put a likes up. I hope you appreciate this because the value of all this stuff is really good, right? To get a professional, not a professional, to get a basic logo and to get all of the versions of it. All right. Smash that like button if you like this style right here. Okay. So we have everything we need here. It says Facebook. We have, let's see, Favicon. We have the Instagram. We have LinkedIn. We have the logo with the transparent PNG. And then we have this one. We're going to play around with that in a second. We're going to put this to the side right there. And we're going to go back into business. Let's get back into our Shopify account here and let's get going. All right. So what is the next step? We already got our logo. We created the Shopify account. Let's go ahead, right, and do one of the first things here. Let's go to Oberlo. Here we go. So we're going to go to Oberlo. We're just starting off, right? Okay. Nope, wrong account. Okay, let's visit Oberlo. Let's go to the app store. Okay. And let's get that in there. Okay, Cases Infinity. Let's install this app. All right, so we're in here. Okay, so the first thing we want to do from this point is kind of like take a look at some products, right? You want to see what's out there and, you know, whatever works out for you. Me personally, it might be a good idea to go to AliExpress. Okay, go to AliExpress and start looking for like some iPhone cases. iPhone, what type of iPhone X cases? Okay. All right. And so from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into this whole Oberlo thing, and I'm going to go over here where it says search products. But by search products, I'm going to click on import URL, right? Because we want to grab it from AliExpress. And so what I'm going to do is using this tab right here, I'm going to look for something that looks dope, right? Look something that looks very cool, something that I know for a fact that it's going to do very well. Now, here's some tips, basic tips for you, okay? You want to make sure that on the product that you're choosing, it doesn't have too much text going on in the actual picture because people are going to notice this. They're going to notice that they're going to be like, why does this phone case look like Chinatown, right? Because that's the way that they promote. And US consumer behavior doesn't like text on the actual product picture. You don't want that. And they don't like this either, where someone's holding it. It looks like you're selling this on the Facebook market or on what's that website called? I forget. You know, that website that you could just, or like eBay. It looks too eBay-ish, right? And look at this right here. Oh no, you don't want to do that as a product picture. Definitely not. A good product picture is something like this. Very straightforward. So we're going to pretend that we want this, and I'm going to go ahead and click on it. It's selling for $1, which is good, but it's up to you to make sure that it has buyer protection and you do your research to see how long it's going to take in order for the delivery and all of that good stuff. Well, let's pretend that this is just the one that you want. I'm going to go ahead and click on that URL right up here. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to paste that right here and import it into Oberlo. Okay. Now, Oberlo, remember the way that it works is that once you search for it, they put it into like a cart, which is this one right here. It's called import list. It puts it here almost as on standby, right? Like, look, this is the one you wanted. Go ahead and continue pushing more in. Okay. So now that I have that there, I'm not going to push it into Shopify right away. We have to set up our basic menu system so that by the time I push these Oberlo products into Shopify, they're all perfectly organized. And I'm not trying to do things and click, drag, and drop. No, I want to work organized, right? So from this part of from the video, I'm going to pause it because I'm going to add a few products, okay? And then I'll resume the video as I added already a few products. And then we're going to go ahead and talk about, you know, the main menu categorizations and collections and all that good stuff, okay? So let me just pause this and let me go ahead and fast forward so that I can add some products. Okay. So we fast forwarded, okay, and I've added a total, as you can see right here, 5 products. Okay. So these 5 products, take a look at them, right? Notice how this one has a little text in there, but it's not like invasive. Okay. The next thing we need to do is we need to clean out those product titles. You do not want to sell a product title called ZNP original soft silicone phone case for iPhone 6, blah, 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 X, XS Max. Blah, blah. What is, no, you don't want this as a product title. Okay. And don't try to copy the manufacturer. No, the manufacturer's only job is they just want to sell to you, right? They're going to call it whatever they want. This is like an essay. Like, what is this? No, we want to get rid of that. And we want to give it a code name, right? So the code name, you could grab some information or inspiration rather based off of some of the stuff that's telling you, but don't give away the manufacturer. Don't say ZNP, because then what people are going to do is that they're going to Google ZNP and they're going to find out that you got this from AliExpress, and they're going to cut you out of the way, and they're going to be like, let me just get it from here. You don't want to do that. You want to say something like, let's see here, orange, soft iPhone case. Shell. That's it. That's all you got to do, right? And the next one, here we go. US Lion for simple, slim frosted PC. Why is it PC? Back cover for no. So why don't we instead call it like, do that, burgundy / black. Okay. Luxury wallet cover. You guys get the point, right? We're going to call this pink wallet cover, right? That's it. Last one. We're going to call this slim clear. Can I spell? iPhone case. Okay. That's it for now, right? Save successfully. Every time you're doing one of those, you're saving successfully. And please, guys, do this in batches. So we're going to make one collection right now. And you don't put in 1,000 products, because then this is going to take a million years, right? You want to do this stuff in batches based on collections. How many products to start off? Well, you're only starting off. So this one collection that we're going to make it so that it's only 5 products in a collection. Okay. And the reason why I say 5 to start off, I know you guys want like 20 and 37 and 50. You guys want to be the next Best Buy or Walmart. No, you don't want to do that. You want to figure out what your clients like from your store, right? What sells and what doesn't. Start small batch. Don't put 2. I think 5 to 10 is the sweet spot for every collection that you make. So now, before we migrate this over to Shopify, let's go back into the Shopify account. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over here where it says products, and we're going to go to collections. Okay. You're going to see that by default, homepage is set here. Let's get rid of that. I don't know why Shopify does this. They always put that as default. No, we're going to go ahead and create a collection. There's 2 ways to create a collection. There's a manual way and an automated way. There's a purpose for that. The purpose for the manual collection is for, like, let's say something like bestsellers or new arrivals. We don't want those to be automated. We want it to be manual so that you can manually upload what the new bestsellers are, manually upload the new arrivals. There's only like maybe, 5, 6, and you just switch them up every month. But automated are for those collections that are always going to be consistent. You don't want to add products into Shopify and then come into the collections page and then also manually enter them there. That's double the work. You don't want to do that. You want to create a collection that's automated so that once you create it, right, and you add products into the store, it automatically goes into the collection. That's it. It saves time. That's what we're going to do. And in this example, we're going to create one that's called iPhone X. We're going to create a collection called iPhone X because the people that are going to go into this collection are going to see all of those that are related to iPhone X. And I'm going to triple click on this and press right click copy. And I'm going to leave this radio button here. And I'm going to go right here where it says product tag equal to, and I'm going to paste it. What does that mean? It means that this collection, let me press save, is always going to search the database of all your products. Always. It's always going to search this database right here. And what it's only going to populate here are all products that only have iPhone X. Okay? It's only going to bring that in here. Now, as a key practice, what I like to do is that I don't like to show off to my clients, the ones that are buying products from me, products that are sold out, because products that are sold out is discouraging. It turns them off and they leave your website because they really wanted that. Why are you going to show them something that they want to create anticipation? Maybe you're bothering them. So what I do on the collection is that I set this condition and I set another one. I say, not only will you fill this collection up with product tags that equal iPhone, you're also going to make sure that anything that you show on the website, the inventory stock, is greater than 0. That way, when a product sells out, it automatically hides it from the front end of your store. So everything that you have in the store is for sale. It's not sold out. But if you don't like that theory, you could just eliminate this and just keep it as is, right? But for this example, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and press save right there, okay? All right, now that we've done that, what we're going to do is go back into Oberlo, okay? And these guys right here, we're going to tag them before we push them into Shopify. So you see right here where it says tags, I'm just going to click on that and press paste iPhone X and click on it so that it says save successfully. And do that for each and every one of them. Why? Because remember, they're going inside of the collection called iPhone X. Okay, right there. Cool. So they're all tagged iPhone X. Now they're ready to go into the store. Let's click on this right here. Import all into the store. Let's say yes. Let's import all of that stuff and let it do its magic. And remember, not only is it going into the product database of the Shopify store, it's also automatically adding it into the collection of the store. So it's doing double the work for us. And that's why this part is very important. So let's do a little waiting until this is finally processed. I think we're almost done. Great. So right here, if I go and press refresh, to look at that, they're all there. And we go into the products, they are all there. Okay. So not only is it in the product database, it's also in the collections. iPhone X, right? It's all here. Okay. Now from here, you can notice that the first product that's going to come out is the pink wallet and all this stuff. And you're like, oh, I don't like the order of that. So let's go here and let's set it to manual. And then from manual, let's say, well, I want the clear one to come out first. It's probably the most economical. Then after that, we're going to showcase this one. And then after that, the pink one. And yeah, you know what I mean, right? We're going to leave that there. And that's the order that's going to come out first, second, third, fourth, etc. Okay. All right, let's talk about the theme. The theme is basically the skeleton of the website. And by default, we have debut. So remember, we're on a budget here. And so what we want to do is you don't want to pay for a theme yet because you're on a budget, right? But when you hire us, Resolutions Design, we're going to go with a premium theme because we're going to get that money right for you. Okay. So we're going to start off with a free theme. And one of the best ones that I would recommend for now as free, you saw how I clicked. By the way, if I lost you, let me do that again. Okay. Let me go start from home. I'm going to click on where it says online store on the left. Then from here, I'm going to click on where it says free themes right here. Okay. I don't want to lose you. All right. And from all of this, I know a lot of guys like this. They're like, whoa, the practical is Brooklyn. Okay. Playful. Let's stick to the classics. Add to the theme library, please. Okay. So it's doing its thing there. What does it mean when it's over here versus over there? Okay. What it means is that this one is the one that's actually live, right? This is the one that we actually see up in the store. If you want to see how it looks like right now live, what you're going to do is that you're going to click on this eyeball right here, this icon. And remember before how I had a password page where this skips it and it just shows you what it is, right? Without actually checking like the whatever page. And so what you're going to do is that we want Brooklyn to be actually enabled. So what we're going to do is click right here where it says actions, publish. Do you want to publish it? Yes. By all means, publishing doesn't mean that the whole world is going to see it. It's just saying we're going to put this so that this is the working theme, the one that if we do take out the maintenance page, right, people are going to see this. Okay, I want to make sure you guys understand that part. So on the background, debut is there. Brooklyn, we got it installed and we published it so that if we're going to mess around with it, we could see right here exactly what happens, right? So we could see, look at that. Cool. So we got that installed. Now let's work with it. Okay. All right. So let's see here. So we got the theme installed. Next thing we need to do is let's play around with the navigation because home and catalog, that's not going to do it, right? We're going to go to where it says on the left, navigation. Remember when we created the, how do you call it? That collection called iPhone X? Well, that's what we need to configure now. In the main menu, you only have home and catalog. So again, I'm going to open this right here and you're going to see how that reflects. If my internet wants to work. Okay, so home and catalog, right? Okay, cool. So that's what this means here, home and catalog. And then footer, on the footer menu, it just has search. So if I go all the way towards the bottom, there it is. It's just search. We'll get to that in a moment. What we're going to do now is fix this main menu. So we're going to click on this main menu right here. We're going to see, okay, you got home and catalog. All right, I get you. Let's do this. I'm going to go right here and instead I'm going to say shop cases. Okay. And I am going to exit out of that and I'm just going to say homepage, apply changes, save. All right. My personal opinion about the word home, again, super 1995, 8, 2001, whatever. Home, it's very obvious that when people want to go back to the homepage, they click on the logo. I think that by adding this, it's just adding an extra obvious thing that people already know how to use, right? So I'm gonna get rid of that. Get myself some more real estate space and perhaps use the menu for more meaningful things. Okay. So I go over here and I press refresh so that I can see what's going on. And boom, I have shop cases. When I click on shop cases, as you saw, I enabled it to just go to the home page. And basically what that means is that if someone touches this by accident and clicks it, all it does is just blinks to the home page, which is normal. It's perfectly fine. Here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go and create a nested menu. A nested menu, click right here. And I'm going to call this, I'm not going to call it anything. I'm going to click on link for a shortcut. Click on link and says, all right, what do you want to connect here? I want to connect the collection that I made called iPhone X. And look at that on the label, iPhone X came out. I'll press add. Okay, we're not done yet. We're going to grab this section right here and we're going to hold, see how I did that? See these freckles? I'm going to go and hover this over on top of the freckles until the Mickey Mouse hand comes out. And I'm going to click hold, drag slightly up, and you notice that little dot on the left. You see it? That's called the nest placement. I'm still holding this, by the way. I'm going to go and move this 1 o'clock. You saw that? Okay. I'm going to do that like that. So that arrow that you see on the left where it says shop cases, it's there. Now I'm going to let go. And by doing that, I have nested iPhone X as a collection underneath shop cases. Don't forget to press the save menu, because I've done that mistake a whole bunch of times. And every time you make a change on the back end, by the way, guys, when I say back end, I mean this here, this whole interface, anything Shopify back end. I'm going to go here on the front end. This is what the customer will be seeing. And I'm going to press refresh right here. And by pressing refresh, I will now see the nested menu iPhone X. Okay. And by doing so, I'm going to click on this nested menu and I am going to see my collection that we created earlier. Okay. So we have a lot of progress so far. So far, we've created, a menu, we've created a drop down, right? Let's keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to create some other ones. So right here, I'm going to say, just for whatever, I'm going to say iPhone X Max. Okay. For now, I'm going to press home because I have not created the collection yet, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea. From here, I am going to say Galaxy 10. Okay. And I'm just going to press home for now because I'm just adding these so that, later on, you get what I'm saying, right? And then right here, Google Pixel XL. And I just created a few. That's it. I'm going to leave it at that. Press save. Okay. They don't have collections because what you're going to do is you're going to go back into Oberlo and get those other products, create those other collections, and then you come back here to connect your collection to the menu. That's what you're doing. I have another video that goes more in depth about this. If you still don't get it, I'll leave that on the link somewhere. But this is just the general idea. Okay. So once I come back over here and I press refresh, what happens? I go like this and boom, there it is, right? And again, if I click on this, nothing happens. It just blinks because, like I said, again, I haven't created the collections. I already showed you how to do that. You can do that on your own. I just want to make sure I cover all the rest of the development for you. All right, now that we've done that, what other things can I put here, right? You could put something like, because we're in the business of, hypothetically, the cases, shop phone cases, right? But why should you stop with cell phone cases? Why not do something like this? Okay. I know what you guys are thinking. You guys will probably be like, I'm gonna do exactly that, and I'm gonna sell phone cases and laptop cases. You can do whatever you want, man. I'm just giving the ideas, okay? And then from right here, I'm gonna create, let's see, what am I gonna create? Uh, you don't wanna put the word cases because people already know that that's what you're selling, okay? And I'm gonna nest this, boom, right there. And I'm gonna save that menu. And then I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna press refresh on that. And then look, now you're selling phone cases and now you're selling laptop cases. And you base it on the models, on and so forth. Then after that, I think it's time to do the other basic stuff, which is about us, right? You could if you wanted to. Okay. And contact us. All right. And here's the secret, right? Here's a developer secret because that stuff was basic stuff except for the other things, right? Here's one thing that a lot of people want to know when they visit your website. Maybe I'll get rid of the about us because why would people want to get to know you? Not that they wouldn't want to, but why put it up on the top? When people are impulsive buyers, right? They want to get to what they want to know. And they don't come to your website saying, I really want to get to know the guy owner of Cases Infinity. I really just got here. I'm on my lunch break and I want to read about him. No. So we're going to put that in the footer. Okay. Contact us. Yeah, because they might have some questions. But how about this? Mm-hmm. 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 Now it's nested. That's Brooklyn for you. Shop iPhone cases. Contact us. You know what? I'll even take out contact us. Put that in the footer. Only put things that are extremely important for your clients right to the jump in their face. Wow, they even did that? Okay. Where's my order? And there's going to be an app for that, right? That we're going to install. But I think that that's really the most important thing. Okay. Yeah, maybe the contact us might be a good idea. But where is my order is an extremely popular question that people don't want to be diving into your website like, where is it? Where do I find this? I can't find it. Da, 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 right? So that is something that I highly and strongly recommend. Okay. All right. Well, let's continue. So we got the Oberlo up in there. We already made the logo. We did the whole AliExpress thing, right? Let's finish. Let's go on. Backup pages. So backup pages, I think, are very important because this has mostly to do with, informative things. So I recommend you getting this stuff out of the way because if you forget it, oh, it's the worst. This is where you put the about us, and in the about us, you say, I don't know, something basic, right? I started this business because I wanted because I saw people with horrible looking cases. And I said, let me sell cases. I hope you like it. Okay. Something. That's all it is. People want to know that you're a human. And so that about page is now there. Okay. All right. So the about page is there. What other pages are important? The other important page that are essential for your business is a contact us. And this, we want to be professional about it. Okay. If you have questions about our products, please fill out the form. And one of our agents will contact you shortly. That's it, right? And right here where it says page suffix, we're going to click right here and say page contact. We're going to press save. That part is very important. Notice how I didn't put my email address there. Why? Well, because there's things called bots that what they do is that they look for websites like yours and they crawl them and they look for email addresses and they hit you with spam, and spam. To avoid that, don't put your email address on the contact us. The phone number, I mean, if you want to do that, go ahead, but I don't recommend it. I say stick to the contact form. Okay. Contact us. Let's continue. All right. So, what other important information is here or should live here? Shipping and returns policy. So, for shipping and return policy, there isn't a right or wrong answer. When I started my first e-commerce business, this page always changed. And the reason why it changed is because of the suppliers. You really need to find out what you can do with your suppliers when it comes to returns and cancellations. If it's all sales are final, then you need to put that here, right? But shipping, pay attention to how long is it going to take for those from AliExpress to ship out your orders out to your clients. However amount of days is that, you put that here. Okay. So you want to tell a story when you're saying the shipping and return policy. Upon placing an order, it will take how many days to process? Process means like how much time is it going to take for you to go on AliExpress and actually purchase the product for the customer. So I'm pretending that you have a 9 to 5 job. right? And you're very busy. So I'm going to say it will take less than 48 hours for the order to process. And it will take how many days to dispatch? That's where you need to talk to your manufacturer. And it will take 5, or let's call it 3 business days to ship out of our warehouse. Okay. And then you tell them how long it's going to take to go from shipping to their door. Shipping approximately takes, I can't spell approximately, takes 14 business days to arrive. Please keep your order confirmation and shipping confirmation, which has your tracking number. So let's pretend again that all sales are final. We have a good reason. Because we provide great prices. All sales are final. That's it. This is just an example, right? I'm going to go ahead and press save. Nothing too fancy. All right. Okay, privacy policy. What does privacy policy mean? It means that you're not going to collect or steal credit card information upon purchasing. Okay. I'm going to press save here for now. The best way for you to get a template for the privacy policy is you're going to go right here where it says settings, and you're going to go right here where it says legal. And on legal, you're going to go and pretty much just generate from template. But before you do this, you might want to go to where it says setting general and just put your basic information over here. Okay. Put your basic information there because the templates is going to grab a lot of information from that. And whatever this long text is going to be, you just go like that. Wow. And just copy and then just go over here, pages, and then go right here and press save. And then press save. There you go. Cool. We have the privacy policy. And I think that's all we need. These are the very generic things in order for you to run your business. Let's go to navigation again. And we're going to see if we, like I said, again, might as well just put the contact us here. Pages, contact us, bow. So let's go ahead and put that right here. Press save, okay? And then we're gonna back up and we're gonna go to footer menu. We're just trying to get this out the way because a lot of people forget about this stuff. And instead of footer menu, we're gonna call this our company. And from here, we're gonna add all the rest of the pages. Link, pages, about us, link, pages, contact us, link, pages, privacy policy. Okay, you guys get it. Save. Okay. Now that we refresh here and we look at our menu, press contact us. If you have any questions about your orders, please fill it out the form and our agents will contact you shortly. They put the information there, and this email, whenever they press send, it's going to send it over to the email that you have on your settings, precisely this one. So if you have a customer service email, you want to put that here. And that way, when they fill this out, it's going to email this box right here. This box is so that when Shopify wants to get a hold of you because you owe taxes or whatever, that's what that's about, okay? So let's go back into the home page, scroll all the way down, and we're going to see in the footer right here the rest of the stuff that we were talking about. We'll get back into the, okay, we got rid of the boring stuff, okay? So the boring stuff, whatever. All right, let's go into the online store. Let's get into the fun stuff, okay? All right, we want to decorate the website a bit, okay? By decoring it a bit, we're going to mess around with the home page a little bit. We're not going to go crazy fancy. And what I always like to do is that I like to right click right here and open a new tab because I don't like to lose my place. I might have to do some quick changes in the back. And over here in this editor, I want to make sure that I have access to the back end to make some changes and then come to the front end, press refresh, and then make some changes from there, right? Okay, so that's what that means. All right, let me introduce you to the Shopify Editor. The Shopify Editor, over here to the left, we have two major sections. We have one that by default is called sections, and then the other one is called theme settings. If you click on this, you get to see these are theme settings. Sections is a breakdown of your front end of your website, which are divided into components and sections. Depending on the theme that you either purchased or installed on your website, this could be different. Not all are the same. It comes with the theme, whatever you bought, right? My favorite theme is Turbo, links at the bottom. That is the best. You can never go wrong with that. But anyways, we're talking about budget, right? So rich text. What is rich text? Rich text is this. Let's start from the top. Header. Header is this. We're going to play around with that in a second. Slideshow is this. This is the slideshow. That's what that is. Rich text here. Collections list right here. Featured collection right here. These are all sections. Newsletter right here. Notice that we could add more. If we go here, it's going to take you to the library of the different sections that you could continue adding. You could even add a video, custom HTML if you're nasty with it, right? Featured products, image text, blog post, however it is that you want. You could continue adding. So for this example, yeah, let's say if I want to do a blog post, click on that, add. Let's press save for now because we cannot reposition it yet, okay? And let's go back. Now we want to make sure that the section is below blog, like that. Just don't forget to press save. Okay, so that again was just an example. Okay, let's start from the top. If we're going to go to header, we're going to notice our header. And from here, we want to add our logo. So let's go ahead and search for the logo. All right, so let's click on this image right here. And let's upload an image. And the image that we've uploaded was from our Crafty website. And we're going to go right here where it says logo. Hopefully, no, with the transparency. Click on that, press open, and it puts it into the library right there. Press select, okay, and press save. You're going to notice that I press save a lot. And trust me, that's something very important for you to do because, yeah, things happen. All right. And you can see right here, custom logo width in pixels. It started off as 180. Can we go further? Yes. So we got that bigger, right? And let's press save. All right. Let's press X on this. Wait, no, can we? Let's close the header. And that's how we see it so far, right? How does it look like on a mobile device? You click on this right here, and you can see how that looks on a mobile device. It's an emulation. It's not exactly true, but it gives you more or less an idea as to how that would look like. All right, let's continue on. So on the header, what I'm going to say, I'm going to keep on going down. Search type is model, whatever. Let's keep that there. Main menu, our company, enable. Let's enable search in case people want to look for something. There it is right there. Show announcement. What do we want to say? The announcement, we're going to say something like grand opening. Grand opening. Free shipping on all orders. Okay. You can see that on the top right there. And you guys might be thinking, oh my God, but that font is killing. You know, we're going to get to there. We're going to get to there. And the colors as well. Okay. So that is an announcement bar. And this announcement bar will follow this message, will follow your clients wherever they go. So that's what that is. And that's how you change that. The bar, we could change it afterwards. We'll get nice and dandy after that. Okay, cool. Let's continue. So we got this banner right here. That's where this slideshow is. Okay. So the slideshow, slide height, full screen, or adapt to first image. Let's leave it there for now. Where are we going to get the image. So I have a few tips, right? One of them is to use the standard, which is not my favorite, right? Explore free images. And you can kind of take a look here as to what might be ideal. Maybe you might like this one. If it loads correctly, okay? It's a professional image. If I press save and I go over here, press refresh, remember this? It's gonna show me how the website would look like. If you're not comfortable with what this looks like, because right now that image that I chose, it's like how do you call it? It's like a business guy with a cell phone, right? You might like, well, that's not my niche demographic. I'm not trying to sell to these people. I'm trying to sell to someone a little bit more on the urban side or someone a bit more hip, or I don't know what you guys want to think of it. But I like to go to Adobe Stock. So on Adobe Stock, what you do is you type in iPhone. And from right here, I go to where it says filters. I want to say photos. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for a horizontal picture on orientation. I want the photo to include people because what I'm trying to do is get a lifestyle image. I don't want to add an image like this because if I add an image like this to the main banner, is going to feel extremely, how do you call it? The experience is going to feel, what's the word? It's going to feel like a vending machine. It's going to feel like it has no personality. And we want to add some type of personality into the business, right? And so it might be a good idea to add a picture not with someone just using the iPhone or a phone. Doesn't matter if it's a Galaxy or whatever, but we want to make sure that they have a case on it, right? So let's see if this might work. Okay, and let's download this preview. Oh, I have to sign in. Give me a second. All right, I signed in. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to download this preview. And I'm not saying for you guys to use it. There's so many other stock websites out there, like Shutterstock, there's Free Stock, there's a whole bunch of websites that you could get professional images, right? Just make sure that it doesn't belong to somebody. All right, and let's see what happens. So I downloaded it, and I'm gonna go back over here in case if I lost you and you have no idea where I'm at in the Brooklyn theme. I'm gonna go right here where it says slideshow. I'm gonna click on where it says slide, and I'm gonna say change this picture. Upload the new picture that I just tentatively downloaded. Okay. All right, and I'm gonna put that right there, and I am going to get rid of all this text. Okay. And I'm going to press save for now. Okay, here we go. So huge, right? It's like, what happened? Okay, what happened is that the preview picture is very low definition. It gave me a picture dimension of like, let's say 1,000 by 667. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about here. Look, see, 1,000 by 667. All right, that's the picture that it gave me. The whole point of it is not so that you're like, oh, well, I don't like how crispy it looks. No, you have to kind of like just step back for a second and take a look at it to see if this picture is even going to function. How do you feel about the logo sitting on top of this guy's face? For some of you guys, you might be like, I'm cool with it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Me as a designer and developer, I feel a type of way about it, right? So I'm going to play around with some pictures. I'm going to see which one I think does best. And let's fast forward so that we can move on to the other steps. All right, so fast forwarding, let's see what happened. So I ended up finding this one right here, which looks pretty cool. And what I did was that I uploaded it. I uploaded two versions. I wanted to test it out before I showed you guys. So I go ahead and I uploaded this version right here. I press go ahead and save. Okay. And by doing so, let's go ahead and kind of like refresh this right here. I should have showed you the other one first. Okay, so the reason I chose this picture is because notice how the model is more towards the left, and there's a blur where my logo is located. That is very important because it allows my logo to stand out. It allows my logo to be seen versus all that color in the background. The only problem that I'm having is that she still looks like pixelated, right? Like it just doesn't look right. Okay. And that's perfectly fine because again, it's just a demo of the picture. So I ended up licensing that image, meaning that I got the very high quality version of it. Let's see if I can show you. Okay, so I ended up getting it and it looks like this. It looks very high quality, as you can see here. So how do we transmit that into the store? There's tons of softwares. I'm not sure if you guys are using a Mac, a PC, but there's tons of softwares out there that allow you to grab an image and resize the image so that the image can then fit into this theme. So because I did that, what I did was I have Photoshop. I don't know if you guys have Photoshop, but again, you don't have to have Photoshop. You could get one of those free tools. And what I did was I opened this one and I grabbed this big high resolution picture, 5760 by 3840. This means that it's a very high definition picture. You cannot grab this picture and upload it into Shopify. This is why. If I click on right here, upload, and I take that big image right here and press open, what's gonna do, I should have never done that. I did the wrong thing, guys. Oh no. All right, let's do that again. So from downloads right here, the 5760 by 3840. If I upload it here, it's gonna say pixels limited to 20 megapixels, resize your image and upload it again. That's when I go ahead into this and I say, let me grab this big picture right here in Photoshop. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to resize this. I'm going to go to image size, and I'm going to say, look, the height, make it 1080, and whatever the width is, just follow along with it. And it resized it, it shrunk it down. So I go over here where it says export to PNG, okay? Export to PNG, and I'll save it on the desktop as sample one so people know where it's at. There's sample one. You see it right here in the corner? There it is. Let me get out of Photoshop and let me go to upload documents, sample one, open. And this is the image here. Press save. And again, if I have that spinning thing, it's because the internet, for some reason, while I'm recording, it just doesn't want to cooperate. Let me fast forward here. Okay, so we're back here. We still see the watermark, right? But because I purchased that, because I purchased the picture, I'm not sure why. Okay, here we go. And I press refresh right here. We could see that the picture is now more well-defined, okay? And we could see that it looks crisp. We have our menu over here on the side. Everything is looking good so far, okay? It's a slider, right? So this one, it says slider number one. We could get another picture. To be quite honest with you, not about the other picture, right? Because if you add a slider, we already have a nice resolution image that's taking up speed. By the time you add a slider, it's going to slow down your website. So I say, if you're going to put a slider, just add one image. That's it. Let the website do what it needs to do, which is load up very quickly. So for the slideshow, I just left it at one. All right, so what's the next thing? Rich text. You could talk about your brand. My best practice, people don't want to read. They want to get right to it. So I got rid of it. Okay. Collections list. What collections are you selling? And so let's go here where it says collection list. Let's get rid of that title. People will see it. They don't need to be explained what they have to see. They know exactly what they're going to see here. Okay. And so what are the three things that we're going to put here? Well, you have to think about something here real quick. People shop using two devices, either either the desktop or the mobile, right? If they're on the desktop and they want to see the main menu, they're going to see it right here. You're going to be like, all right, shop cases. All right, I see what this guy's selling. Okay, I get it, right? But people who are using the how do you call it? When they're using the mobile device, they're not doing this hamburger menu. That's what this is called. What they're using in the mobile device, they're not going to click on this. They're going to go over here and they're going to click on one of these. That's how, people behave on the mobile. They don't like using this. They like using this. So whatever it is that they have going on right here, that's what I recommend. So what are these blocks going to be? These blocks are going to be a visual representation of this. Okay. So they're shopping iPhone cases, but iPhone cases, which ones, right? So from right here, we're going to say select collection, iPhone X. Okay. And notice how that selected the default picture, right? I'm going to save that. What was the other one? The other one was iPhone XX, iPhone XS Max. I should have put XS Max, right? Galaxy 10 or just Galaxy phones, right? So let's go over here back into products collections. And let's create those other collections real quick using the same methodology that we had here. All right. So what am I going to put here? Okay. And I'm going to triple click on this and I'm going to put this right here. Right. And I'm going to set that other condition like I taught you guys. Okay. And I'm going to press save. All right. And I'm going to create a third one. Galaxy 10. This is just assuming that these are like the top ones, right? I'm not saying, do the same thing that I'm doing, but this is just kind of like giving you an idea for a reason. Okay. Press save. Got those three collections up in there. All right, let's go ahead and press refresh right here so that the theme could speak to the database and say, oh, you made some changes. Okay, got you. Let's click on collections list, click on the second collection, select collection. Oh, this doesn't want to work now. This is why I don't like this thing. All right, so we're gonna go to iPhone XS Max. Okay, it has no pictures. It's okay, we'll get there in a second. And the third collection, we're going to go right here to the Galaxy 10. Okay, also has no pictures. We're going to press save for now. Okay, so where do I get some of these pictures? You could probably grab them through Google, right? So you could go over here, Google, or let's just type iPhone X, images, okay, and a square image, something like this. Oh, that's too small. All right, let's go to where it says settings, tools, size, large. This might work. Save image as iPhone X. To go to the desktop, there it is. Let's do the other one now. Okay, and we have a big picture here. Okay, they might not all be perfectly sized. We got that one. We're gonna get a third one now. Okay, and we're gonna do this picture. Okay, so we have 3 pictures. From the 3 pictures, we're going to go back into the back end. We're going to go into collections. And on collections, what we're going to do is that we're going to click on right here where it says iPhone X. On iPhone X, we're going to click on right here where it says collection image, add image. And then from there, boom. Okay, save. From that point, let's see how it looks on the front end of the store. Press refresh. And we have that one there. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and add the others. I'm sure you guys might have better pictures than I do. But the point of this exercise is so that you could see me at firsthand actually creating all this stuff. And you notice the time that it takes, right? Professionally, even more to the further degree, now you understand the investment. Okay. And let's go for the last one. Okay. Let's go ahead here and press refresh. And we have 3 images. Okay. We have 3 images. We'll change them up in a few, but let's go back over here and press refresh to see where we're at. Okay, that's where we're at. All right. So now that we have that, what this is doing is that it's allowing the customer to just click on this, right? And it takes them to the collection page. That's the whole point. The whole point is giving them a visual menu of what you are selling, which is the same thing that what you're kind of doing over here. But it's not replicating it at a 100%. It's just showing them basically these are our top collections. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. Place the top collections so that people could visually on the mobile find exactly what they're looking for, right? And then they see, oh, okay, these are the cases for all of these products. These are the cases for all of those products, etc. Okay. All right. Featured collection. You guys remember when I told you about that special collection, like the manual collection that says, look, these are the best sellers? We're going to make one called new arrivals. But new arrivals, it's going to be manual, okay? Because we want to manually add these in. Why? Well, because they're going to change from time to time. So let's go right here where it says browse, and we're going to select these guys, right? And by manually adding them in there, okay, let's go back into this here and press refresh so that the theme, again, could speak to the database and say, oh, so you have that now, right? Yes, we do. Click on featured collection, select the collection that's called new arrivals. And new arrivals is going to showcase those things. And right here on the title, that's exactly what you're going to call it. New arrivals. Okay, press save. And so far we have 3 sections. 1, 2, 3, new arrivals for the impulsive buyers. Okay. All right, for the blogs, me personally, I'm not big on blogs. Let's hide that. Newsletter, I'm all about it. I think newsletters are very important. Let's press save again. Okay. And let's see what other sections they have, because I think the Instagram is good, but this one doesn't offer the Instagram. So if this one doesn't offer the Instagram, it's okay. It doesn't mean that it's going to jeopardize your sale. Don't worry about it. I think what's mostly important here is ensuring that you have all the rest of your stuff. So when it comes to social medias, it's important that you have social media links, right? So if people do want to see what is it that you're, where can they find you? This is where you could put that information there. All right. And let's see what else. So if we want to play around now when it comes to the typography, let's go to where it says theme settings. Let's go to typography because perhaps the font that we're using right now, this stuff is not all that great. So let's change this. Let's go to, what's a good font? Good font would be something like in the Sans family. Open Sans is pretty cool. Nunito Sans. Let's click on one of these. And as you can see right away, it gives it a more cleaner impression. Same thing goes for the rest of them. So when I choose a font, I go in on all of them. So what was that again? That font that we chose? Nunito. So let's go right here. Type in none. Nunito sans for each and every one of them. Okay. And press save. All right. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, subscribe to newsletter, right? Okay, we're done with that. Let's now go to the collections page. We're going to click on this, go to the collections page, and on the collections page, we could see that this changed. We have a setting special dedicated for the collections page. And in this particular theme, it's sorting them out like this, right? And so it's up to you if you like this style. Me personally, I kind of don't. I like things to fall into a grid like this. I do not want to show a vendor. I don't want to do tags. I don't want sorting. I want to keep my store simple. And getting straight to the point is what really matters. Now let's get into the product landing page. The product landing page is when you click on this and it takes you to that area where it could be like, for the cart, right? And so now that we're here, there is some work that needs to be done. Okay. So you notice right here where it says product pages. Okay. Do you want to enable Zoom? Don't enable Zoom. They could see it. Now, if you have one of those products that they really need to like dive in to see the quality, all right, you could enable image zoom, but I recommend you don't. Image sharing, I'm anti that as well. Who does that? No one does that, and it slows down your website. Image display, it's stacking, meaning that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all those images kind of like doing that vertical thing. In my opinion, I'm not about it. I like thumbnails. Thumbnails, I think, does a cleaner job. It kind of like compacts everything and it puts it where it needs to be. Right? Quantity picker, only if you're selling something that they're going to purchase more than one. I don't see this business as something that people are going to buy a whole bunch of, right? So you don't want the quantity picker unless you really need it. The buy it now is more for like, all right, let's just get straight to it. I don't want to see the cart. I don't want to see a summary. This is more than enough. The button size, let's see if it makes a difference if it's large. I guess so, that works. But let's press save. We have some cleaning to do. All right. So in this example, they're showing all different types of stuff, right? They're showing that it comes in different colors, and they're also showing based on material. I personally do not like this whole material thing, um, because I already made you select a collection called iPhone X, right? I don't need to show you that it comes in all of this other stuff. If anything, I'll get a different product that's dedicated most to iPhone X or iPhone XS, etc. I don't want to overburden you with all of this. So what I end up doing is I go back over here where it says all orders. And in all orders, and this is something that all AliExpress, that's what they do. They just bulk everything together. And this is part of the cleaning process, is what you pay, experts to do. But if you have the time and you have low budget, I recommend you do this. All right. So we're going to go right here where it says clear bumper. And you're going to see the description and you're going to see all of this, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit these options. And I'm going to leave the color. But then I'm going to go like this. Watch this. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete this. I'm deleting each and every one of those material variants because I want to keep my website clean. And I would rather go on AliExpress again and look for dedicated products, not the similar one, another one that's only for like the excess, right? And do the same thing that I'm doing right now so that you don't overwhelm the experience for the users. Okay. Because if you don't, again, your sales are going to hurt. People are going to be like, what is this mess? Okay. Now let's see what this looks like. All right. For material iPhone X 278 bumper. It's clean, but it's not perfect because why do we need material if it's for the iPhone X? That's in the collection that we're in. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get rid of material as well. But I left that at the end because I wanted the same prices and all that good stuff to kind of like be there. Okay. So let's see. Order variants. All right. This might be risky. Let's see what happens. Boom. Okay. I think that's good. Now I'm going to go right here and press refresh. Materials is gone. Now it's only color. This shopping experience is much more pleasant than to having to like that super long page, right? People get overwhelmed when it's too much stuff. Get to the point. They're looking for a bumper, they're looking for a transparent case, or they're looking for one in gray. Just give that to them. Don't give them all this spillage, right? And then even further, like if you look at this, you can say, oh, for model and this and brand name and all this type of stuff. You don't need this. You're gonna be like, that's it. That's all you need. That's all they need to know, right? And of course, you don't want to sell that for the exact same price that the that AliExpress is selling to you, right? You might want to be like, make a little profit. Okay. Don't forget to change the price. There it is. Okay. So let's pretend to add this to the cart. And we have all of this stuff right here. Okay. The colors, I'm not happy. Let's mess around with the colors. So the colors, we want to make sure that we kind of like stay in tune with the logo and the brand and all that stuff. Um, you might want to identify, or in my case, I want to identify exactly what this color is. Okay. And I always like to go to this one particular website, get colors, and I want to say, all right, color image. I got this logo and I want to know what that color is. So I'm gonna hover over, click on this color, and it's this exact color. Then I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna say, hey, buttons, I want you to be that exact color. All right. Okay, the drawer is black, perhaps too aggressive. Let's make it white. Let's make the text a nice shade of gray. Okay. It's looking much better, right? And press save. Same thing goes with the menu. See what I did there? Looks better. Okay. So we have links and accents. Let's do that as well. Let's keep it within the brand, right? Let's see, anything else looking kind of funny? No, save. Okay, let's go to checkout. If it lets us go to checkout. Oh, here we go. All right, so we're at the checkout page. We want to, this looks extremely bland. So we want to go ahead and add a little bit more flavor to it. So right here, we're at the cart page. No, not that one, the checkout page. So the checkout page, we want to add our nice logo. Okay, make it a bit bigger. This is the one page that Shopify doesn't give you any type of access to do crazy things. Um, and I don't know why, because that logo is small, right? Yeah, 1200 by 1200. Let's see, 1500 by 5. This is a bit bigger, but not crazy big. This one's 1500 by 1500, but this is just way too small. Let's try this one. Oh, you could go. All right. So yeah, it's a bit bigger, right? So the 1500 does kind of work out a little bit better. Um, but again, here I am using my tricks of Photoshop in order to get that looking like top notch, right? And yeah, I'm picky because I'm a developer, designer, and that's kind of what I want to do. I'm going to grab this right here, and what I'm going to say is image size. We're going to go ahead and increase this by 1500, and we want to keep everything intact. File, export, goodbye, and do one of those and call it, um, final two. Do that. And once we do that, let's go ahead and change this. We're going to upload that into our final two, and let's see what better output we get out of that. Press select. Wow, totally went against us. All right, so I guess I'll do something like this, even though it kind of cuts off. You get to play around with it and choose the right size that you feel is best. We're going to go into the main content area. Main content area is the background of this stuff right here, which I like to keep it as as the color white background color. But the order summary, which is this over here on the right hand side, let's play around with that and make it this color, just to kind of, again, keep it in brand, right? And when it comes to this, let's use Lotto as headings and body. Let's see what happens once I change that font to that. If it makes it look weird, it's okay. Um, let's see what Open Sans makes it look like when it comes to the typography. Yeah, Open Sans is a bit better. Yeah, it's more clear. Colors and accents. Make the accents again into that. See right here. There it is. Buttons are black. No, let's keep that into branding right there. See, continue shipping method and press save. All right. So we're going to keep that there. Okay. And we've done everything related to the front end of the website from beginning to end. That does not mean that the website is technically done because there's still other components that are very, very vital in order for you to actually start selling. Okay. So we got through the meat of everything, created homepage. We customized the collections page. We sorted out a bit with the products landing page. Um, let's now go back into this zone and finish out some things here. Let's go to settings and now let's go back and look at some of this stuff right here. Payment providers. So for payment providers, what you want to do is that you want to, let's see here, it says complete account setup. right? Use Shopify payments. I'm not going to enter this because it asks for very private information, such as EIN or Social Security. It also asks for your bank account information, etc. So you could complete this when you can. For this one, what you want to do is that you want to go to PayPal and create your business PayPal account, and then just simply sign in. That's all you have to do. And it's a simple process, and then that way you can start collecting using PayPal, right? But these are the best to use. It's either one or the other, right? Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is checkout. So, checkout, there are certain things that are important for you to set up here. We're going to go and say that accounts are optional. We're going to keep it as optional. We don't want to make it mandatory, but it's good to have because sometimes your clients, they want to save not their order, but they want to save where they left off, or they want to see the orders that they bought from you before. So we're going to keep this as optional. Customers can check out either using a phone number or an email. Let's keep it just email, guys. So customers can choose to add a phone number to receive shipping updates. That's always a nice thing to have. For security purposes, you want their full name and you want to make the company name optional. Um, Sometimes people live in areas where they steal packages. So they might want to put a company name to come to their office, the shipping to come to their office, right? Same thing as line item two for addresses. The shipping address phone number, we want to make that mandatory in case if there's any suspicious orders that came in. The shipping address and the billing address should not assume for them to be the same. Again, for those type of people that they don't like taking orders and shipping to their house. They want it to ship to their jobs, or they want to gift the product to someone else that's at work. So you want to uncheck this. You don't want that. Enable address auto completion. This is good. Leave that as is. In fact, everything else looks good. Let's go ahead and press save. Another thing, let's back up. Let's go back to payment providers. Payment providers all the way at the bottom right here. Make sure that automatically capture payments is enabled. I've seen some accounts where manually it's been set up. They have sales and sales and sales, and they cannot capture the order. So you want to make sure that that's set up to manual. Let's go ahead for shipping. Remember, guys, you guys are brand new. So when it comes to shipping, I totally recommend you really pay close attention to this tactic that I'm about to show you. Okay. All right. So definitely your main importance should be the United States, right? So what I am going to tell you is let's go over here to where it says edit on the domestic orders, and we are going to delete anything that was set by default. And what you want to do is sell your products with free shipping. Why is this super important? Well, because you're brand new. No one knows your company. And the last thing that they want to do is purchase shipping, especially when Amazon is giving it to them for free. You don't want to do that. You want to compete. You want to be well known. By the time you're making like, I don't know, 10,000 a month, go ahead, start charging shipping because you're becoming popular enough for you to do that. But before then, if you're just small fry, then here, this is what I'm going to tell you. Base it on price. You're going to say free shipping, and you're going to click on this box right here. Minimum order, maximum order, doesn't matter. Press done. And that's it. Press save. All around the US, you will not charge shipping. Let's back up. This part gets tricky. The rest of the world. Let's dive in there. Okay. For the rest of the world, honestly, if you're just starting off, don't worry about it. Delete the zone. Get out of here. Sounds mean, right? Listen, I have nothing against other people's country. I love everybody. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to put money in your pockets, okay? The people that, if you're just starting off with zero budget, aim for the US. That's all I'm saying. When you look at the entire world of how much people purchase on e commerce, the number one country consumer is the United States. That's it, okay? Now, by when should you start selling to other countries? Once you surpass 5,000 a month in sales. When you surpass 5,000 a month in sales, then there's a country that you need to add immediately. Okay. Canada is, according to the United States, based on here, right, in the US, Canada is the number one international country, or is the number one, other than the US, that they love to buy a lot. And I'm not saying open the gates for Canada right away. I'm not saying that. And if you're from Canada, do it. You sell to those people from within because you're local, right? If you're from the UK, then you're domestic, sell there too. But your primary should be the United States until you surpass a certain amount in sales. And that's when you begin to grow. Okay. So that's when you're like, okay, Canada, I am going to now charge X amount of dollars to ship out over there because I notice that there's a lot of people that like to buy from Canada. Okay. So that part is important. Then after that, well, you guys get it, right? Okay. Afterwards, taxes. So when it comes to taxes, every state, every law is different. So when it comes to taxes, I really highly recommend you to take a look at what are your tax laws, etc. We have finished the website, okay? But the next thing that needs to happen is when it comes to the order confirmation. You remember those? The order confirmation email is going to look like this. Hi, look how basic this thing looks. Okay. You don't want that. Shopify does not have an editor for you to change this unless you know code. This is not easy. So instead, I have a link on the bottom on an app called Spently, which is fantastic. They will go ahead and do it for you. That's how amazing they are. Okay. And not only will they get the shipping confirmation and the order confirmation email decked out for you, they are going to also create your abandonment carts and etc. So I'll leave a link at the bottom. They are the best. And I've seen, and personally, I think that that app is probably the biggest generator in money when it comes to, once you start getting traffic and all that. The reason for it is because everybody opens their order confirmation emails and everybody opens their shipping emails. Everybody opens them. And when there's an offer there, they buy. That's why, link at the bottom, go check them out. The next one that I wanted to show you was, there's no more MailChimp, right? So Drip is the number one tool. Many of my clients do Drip for email campaigns, etc. If you're interested on that, I will have a link on the bio or on the bottom for you guys to sign up. And then the good thing about Resolutions, our team, is that if you sign up with us, we will help you integrate. If you have a lot of people on MailChimp, we'll migrate all of that over into Drip, and we will give you basic training as to how to create all of these nice tools and all that stuff. But Drip has been number one due to all of its things that it offers. Okay. So those are the number one apps, in my opinion, when it comes to adding things into your store. Remember, guys, don't flood this with apps, like just apps after apps after apps after apps. I'll make more videos in the future regarding apps. Okay. For now, keep it simple. Keep it simple and use that money that you were going to invest on your website, use it for marketing. So you build your website kind of similar to this. Now take that money that you were going to invest and invest on Facebook ads, invest on a marketing team, someone that knows what they're doing in order to bring traffic into your website so that you could go ahead and start making money. I hope that this video helped from beginning to end. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.